Good morning, people. How is everybody Yeah, let's go over there. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I'm going to rearrange my stuff again. Make sure I got all the things up. I know what I forgot to do. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I need to add a link. I went to the trouble of creating the link and deli list for you guys, and I didn't put it in I didn't put the link in the video. So it's like, well, how's that going to help? It isn't. Okay. It's because I was working on that. Ooh. I also am trying something new. So you'll have to let me know, where are you watching from? I have no idea how it's going to affect the things on my side. And I forgot that I had done this yesterday. Yeah. Are you watching vertical or are you watching horizontal on YouTube? Or are you watching on Twitch? I always want to know if you're watching on Twitch as well. YouTube has a new feature, and I forgot that it was there. And now I have to pull up something else to be able to see. Yeah, I'm going to have that one bigger. Yeah, now I got to rearrange all my things. But there's a new feature on YouTube where you're able to go live vertically and horizontally without having to send it out twice from my OBS. Let's just put it that way. I don't have to do that. So as long as I'm centered, I think I'm centered. I'm mostly centered. Is that better? That might be better. Okay, I think I'm centered. If I'm not, I will fix it. And now I have to stretch that out, and I think I can kind of sort of see what I'm doing. So that is good. Okay, so yeah. Chris is watching horizontal. Great. So if you're watching vertical, let me know. I want to know. And we're also going to see how well this is centered, because I might not be centered. I don't know. Today we're going to be playing with the Beautifully Imperfect collection, the brand new collection from Spellbinders, and it is very pretty. And I decided, Ronan says, oh, the things are not coming up. Let me hit the button again. Okay, now they're up, and now I can put Ronan up on the screen, or Ronan's comment up on the screen, I think. Why is it not working? That one came up, so let me put the other one. Ronan says that he is watching from MySpace in 1999, we are afraid. Y2K is coming. Okay, so one thing I know I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to rearrange some things in order for it to fit correctly on vertical. But if you are watching vertical, number one, welcome. Thank you so much for popping in. But I don't have everything arranged to work well on vertical, because it only has like this much of my face. Well, it has my face, but that's about it. Because of that, my effects are not going to look quite right. So if you want to look at the rest of the effects, come over and hang out on horizontal. So anyway, one thing it's supposed to do on YouTube is it's supposed to combine the chats so it's all together. So you should be able to see everybody's chat if they're watching on horizontal or vertical. So that is awesome. I'm just wondering what it looks like for the people that are trying to watch it on horizontal. Yeah. Patty Gates says hello. Let me move this down so that it is below the thing. It just means changing the docks that I had set up. I don't want that to happen. Go back where I said it. Yeah, I had moved. I don't want all the things to move where I don't want them to move. Anyway, I want to be able to see all the things. So first off, welcome everybody. We are going to be playing with the Perfectly Imperfect collection. And I decided, okay, I had to take out the embossing folder, and I did that. And then it's like, well, let me do the other. And I did that. And right now I have my Glimmer system heated up, and it turned itself off already twice. Because I have this, basically I've been doing this for the last like 15-20 minutes. I was going to start early because I need to try to be out before 1, so it's going to be a shorter stream, but I already have a card done, believe it or not. Yeah, that is very unusual for me. So we have a card done already, but isn't she pretty? Let me adjust the lighting a little bit again. See if I can lower it a little bit. There we go. So that way you can see the colors a little bit more vibrantly. I even added some splatter that is probably not dry yet. And the splatter I'm using is something I haven't used yet. I've had it for a little bit. Spellbinders sent me a couple of these. It's basically the old silk that Fun Stamper's Journey used to have. And now it is called Splatter Effects. So it's a little bottle that looks like a nail polish bottle that has your splatter stuff in it. So this one is Raven, which is black. So that's the black splatter. And then I've got this other one that I have not shaken up, has mica in the bottom of it. That is called Sparkle. So Stephanie says, Ronan, are you going to be fun today? Or are you going to just lurk? Well, honey, I did just say I'm going to keep it short. So I need to be out of here in less than an hour because I have a Zoom meeting that I want to try to be on time for. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to invite anybody to come and chat over the chat because I will get lost and we won't get done. It is just what it is. But maybe Ronan wants to come and hang out with us tonight when we do some Halloween crafting. Yeah. But isn't that pretty? So this one is the first one that I made with this set. And I did use the Better Press for that. So first, I want to know from you guys. Ronan says yes and yes. I'ma be me. First thing I want to know from you guys is, does anybody have a preference at the moment? Better Press or hot foil? Since I just did one in Better Press, and what I did with this one, I used my DIY Stellar ink. I probably should have used the regular pad instead of the felt pad. I mean, instead of the foam pad, because I did get ink a little bit everywhere. But would you like to see me do the foil on this one or Better Press? Norma is saying Better Press. Oh, Ronan has to go to a doctor. What? Ronan says, as for tonight, we will see. Depends on what the doctor does to me today. What? So Maureen wants foil. Stephanie, honey, all you have to do is look at my face and you can get a good laugh, hon. Love ya. Okay, I guess that means I need to do both real quick. I mean, it doesn't take long to do either one, so we can do both. I'll go ahead and do the Better Press first, but this is the one I came up with first. I do have another. This is so pretty. This is the crackle paint, and you can see it almost looks like it was on a wall. And thank you, Carol. Carol just joined our Crafty Friends community on YouTube. Yay! So one thing, if you're not aware yet, everyone who is a member on my YouTube channel gets to come and hang out at 4:30 today for a members-only live stream. I go live at 4:30 on Tuesdays for members, and then the regular live stream starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, but yeah, it looks like there's wall behind here and that the paint is peeling off. I think that is so fun. So what I wound up doing with the first one, this is on blue, but you can kind of see a little bit of shimmer back there, right? I used Perfect Pearls on it. I had to try. And then Ronan says, hi, Carol, please don't believe anything you have read about me. It's all true. Yeah, we love new people. We love having crafty friends come and join us and join the party. And I'm just noticing that the splatter that I did right before, so I did the splatter, I ran to the bathroom, I came back. That's how much time it was. And it is already dry, so that is cool. All right, so that's the first one. I'm going to go ahead and move it out of the way. Again, I have my heat press already heated up. Have a piece of Better Press cardstock here, and now I have to try to stay in the middle so that it looks right on both sides. It means I have too much stuff in the way. Anyway, I do love that butterfly. That is probably my favorite out of the entire set. So we're going to tape this down. Now, the way that the Better Press works, okay, Idleite is checking to see if she's been naughty or nice, and we should know. Oh, Idleite has been nice. Yay. Bum, 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 bum. And I have no idea. Okay, this is something else that they can't see the whole thing of, so I'm going to have to adjust that. I need to adjust everything. So on vertical, you can see that a bazooka came out, but you don't really know what's going on. Oh, goodness. And Norma's wanting to know if everybody is wanting to know if they've been naughty or nice. And it looks like they're saying Santa has been drunk again because Santa's saying they've been good. Okay, let's see who is next. Carmen. Is Carmen good or bad? Let's see. No coal today. It's usually, yeah, they are the coal patrol. So there's usually coal involved. Okay, so the way that the Better Press works, for the people that don't know, this is a magnetic platform, and the plates are all metal, so they are going to stick to the magnet. Okay, so that's first off. So that means it holds it in place, so it makes it for a really good impression first time around. The way the rest of it works, we're going to put ink on here. We have a piece of Better Press cardstock, which is a heavyweight linen. So nice. It feels so pretty. Flip it over. Pop it onto the post. The posts are magnetic, so it holds the top in place, and they are springs, so it will press down into our ink. So when it runs through our die cutting machine, it presses this down into the ink, and you get a perfect stamping on your cardstock. You can use any cardstock that you want. I'd say heavyweight is going to be better. The heavier, the better. But Better Press cardstock is the best because it's got that linen texture, and it feels so nice. And Spellbinders sourced this stuff specifically for the Better Press, so you could do those really elegant cards, okay? I'm going to use my Simon Hurley DIY ink pad that I made when those came out. That is all rainbow. I'm kind of going in a circle, and it's okay if it overlaps a little bit, because all that's going to do is it's going to blend your colors. Okay, there we go. And I didn't make as much of a mess on here as I did last time. I did wind up shifting the sentiment. The sentiment does tend to shift when I'm doing these. Stephanie says I'm not on YouTube. What do you mean I'm not on YouTube? I'm watching myself on YouTube. I'm YouTube vertical and horizontal. Who is watching from YouTube? Idoline's watching from YouTube. Patty says she can see me. So what's going on, Stephanie? And Linda says she sees me. And Cheryl Huey, welcome in. Jana, but I can only watch horizontal. That is fine. I have no idea how the vertical part is working. Everybody says they see me. Got lots of posts in the chat. Fantastic. I'm glad you guys can see me. If you're watching on vertical, please let me know, because yeah, I'm going to go back and check later to see if it shows as two separate, and does it give me analytics on both. But one of the benefits of the vertical part that we knew from before when I was trying to do it, I really thought I was going to have to set something up, and yesterday I found a button inside the YouTube Livestream Studio. I thought I had to set it all up on my OBS, and I did not do this through OBS. Everything right now, the vertical part, is all being done through YouTube. Okay, so we're going to take out our die cutting machine. And looks like I have to go straight up the middle, meaning I have to move things around. I am not prepared. We're going to run this straight through, okay? We're going to run it straight through. And then we'll take this out, and we're going to take a look and see how that looks. Oh, I love this. It turned out perfect. Perfect. And now we have a zombie. Infinity says hi. Welcome in. I know, and that was so quick, right? I just put some ink down and it's done. The whole thing is done. You can put this just on the card like it is, or you can do some other things like what I did before where I combined it with the embossing folder, which is probably what I'm going to do. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do this on our glimmer system. So here's my glimmer. It is all heated up. You can see the light is all green. I think before I do that, I should probably clean my plates though. So I'm going to do that real quick. Since this ink that I used was Simon Hurley, it's water reactive, so it just needs a little bit of water to clean it up. I'm doing this real quick because I don't want to get this thing heated up because this is not designed for heat. This one is. So now we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to put our plate on here. I've got one card so far with the sentiment at the top. This one has got the sentiment at the top. The other one's got the sentiment at the bottom. I'm going to go with the bottom again, I think. I'm just going to position that. One thing that I did that not everybody does is I put some little tick marks on here to show me where A2 card size is. That's just me, but it does help me with positioning if I want to have anything lined up right. Hey, Jennifer, welcome in. Hello, Miss Danielle. And I'm going to line this up. There's also little grid lines on this mat itself, so that makes it easier for you to line up as well. I do kind of want this one more at an angle though, and if some of it goes off the edge, that is totally fine. And the more that I see these, the more that I realize over here it's fine if some of that is cut off more so than this part, if that makes sense. So I'm going to shift it a little bit more to the side, so some of that splatter is going to come off, I think. I'm going to put this right about there. I also don't want the sentiment to be too close to the bottom because if it is, that means that I've got less able to cut off. Norma wants to know, are the butterfly and crackle from Spellbinders? Yes. There is a visual list in the description on YouTube. I think it's there from, I think if you may have to refresh your screen to get that, but it is there. So this time I'm going to use regular cardstock, and I've got out a bunch of my foils. I kind of want to go rainbow again, so this time we're going to use the rainbow confetti. And that's one of the wonderful things about the Better Press is that Better Press plates is you can use your hot foil. You can use them with foil. They work in the hot foil system. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna line it up on my card, and then I'm gonna trim it off at the bottom. So basically it's gonna cover the entire card panel. I'm really trying to stay centered, guys. So if you are on vertical and I go off camera, I am sorry. I do need to get that adjusted on my side. It's because I forgot that I just clicked a button yesterday. It's like it says, do you want to go vertical or do you want to go horizontal? Well, I don't know what happens if I say I'm going to go both. So it's like, oh, I'll go ahead and go both. Let's see what it does. And so today is a test stream to see how that works. And so far it looks kind of cool. The one problem is trying to stay right in the center. Luckily I have most of my stuff mostly centered anyway. Okay, so I'm lining it up so that the corners are about where my tick marks are. It's not going to be perfect, but it's okay. And then we put our plates down. You put the thin shim and then the glimmer spacer pad. And then we're going to hit the button that says timer. We hit the button. And once that turns solid, we can run it through our die cutting machine. I'm always impatient. I'm going to sit this off to the side, and we're going to work on that other card to maybe get it finished up. I do have this wonderful embossing folder. Look at that. The crackle came through so nicely. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one in half so I could use it for 2 cards. So cutting it at 4 1/4. So now we have 2 of them. And I think I'm going rainbow. I'm doing a lot of rainbow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some color to the raised edges on this one. And this one I'm going to go ahead and use Shooting Star for. I'm just going to kind of scrub it on there. And mostly what this is going to be is this is just going to be the background. So I don't really have to go over the whole thing. I just need the 4 sides. Okay, and my glimmer looks like it is done. But I think that panel turned out pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get out our die cutting machine again. And now we're going to run our glimmer system through. The whole platform, it unplugs and you can run it straight through your Platinum 6. Okay, and let's take a look. Norma said she lost everything. Lost internet connection, so had to restart everything. Well, I'm happy that you're back, honey. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is really, really pretty. The only parts that don't look as nice are these little bit silver up there, and I don't know what the reason for that is, but I still think this is gorgeous. So now we just add it to a card and we're going to be done. We've already got the sentiment and everything done on there. Hey, Miss Ilka, how are you doing, honey? So this one doesn't have as much yellow in it, so I don't know that yellow would look good. But let's look at the other one. So here is our, oh yeah, I think this one's going to go good together. So one other thing that I'm going to use is my die cutting machine as a die cutting machine. We just recently got the Linear Touch rectangles and tag with the Happier Hour collection, and I'm going to use this die just to cut out, basically just to cut this out. Now the last one I cut it all straight. I think I'm actually going to do this one at an angle on purpose. Yes, I'm going to cut it crooked on purpose. And I'm using my magnetic magic mat to hopefully hold it in place, although it doesn't matter. I'm going to flip it over and use the other side because I don't use the other side as often as I should. And you do kind of need to use the other side to kind of help it stay flatter longer. So let's go ahead and run this one through. Terry Rick Cooper runs in giving hugs, giving big hugs. Everybody gets a big hug from Miss Terry. Okay, so we've got our universal plate system, both platforms and magic mat. And I'm going to just run that through with that rectangle die. On this one, the next bigger one does have the fluted edges, which I really love. However, that would make it full A2 size and you wouldn't be able to see any of that crackly goodness that I plan on putting behind it. So now we have this piece that is a little bit crooked. And I noticed that this piece is cut off as well. I don't care. It's going to be close enough. Because this is going to go kind of like that on our card, okay? And I like that yellow. I think I'm going to actually glue the whole thing down. I don't normally do that. I usually trim it off. But this one is ready to go onto a card base. Now for this one, what do we want to do with it? I kind of just want to go straight. I think that's what I'm going to do. Going back to my magnetic side, that is starting to warp, guys. I need to start running it through using the other side more often. So you will see my magnetic mat being used more often on the non-magnetic side. But I'm going to try going this one pretty much straight. And we're going to tilt it, angle it so that when it goes through the die cutting machine, it doesn't have those speed bumps. And let's go ahead and run that through the Platinum 6. Hey, Christina, welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and run that through. So needless to say, guys, I kind of have given myself another job to do. I was making out a list of things I want to try to get done today. There's no way I can get them all done today. And I wanted to play Fortnite today. I need to play Fortnite some before Fortnitemares is gone. But you know what? It might not happen. I don't know. So that one is super pretty. Still has all the shine, even though it was die cut. And we're going to put it on. We could leave it just straight on the white. That would be kind of cool. I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. So that one is going to be, that one's going to be more clean and simple. Kelly's here, but cleaning her craft room as it looks like a bomb went off. I understand that. Okay, remember I told you guys a few days ago, I think it was last week, that I wanted to talk Todd into letting me move this, this table, this, folding table into my junk room so that it's easier for me to, and all the things, right? Yeah. Well, I got it in there now. And the last couple of days I've been working on a sublimation project, which some of you guys may have seen the sample one. And if you were here yesterday, you saw it also there. I did I was making a mug because I'm doing a mug for an upcoming summit. And so yesterday I'm recording the video. Today, well, actually last night, I got almost everything put away because the table makes it so much more convenient than trying to lean over and get in and out of the bins. I hate doing that in the bins. I don't like anything that's going to make my back hurt. So if I can do it more easily, I'm going to do it. Next, I'm going to make a couple more card bases. Actually, I actually made a couple, but I don't know if I've got enough. Because now I have, what, 2 or 3 cards to assemble? I need more anyway, but let me go ahead and cut another couple down, and then I can score them as needed. I'm actually trying to go and get everything more organized. Did I see something about Mary? Where's Mary? I don't see Mary in here. Bump, 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 bump. So is that Mary's Crafty Creation? Oh, Mary Jo, that's who it was. Okay, I did see her name. I was thinking, Mary's Crafty Creation should be at work. What is she doing here? So we've got our card base. This is the first one I did. I did go at a little bit of an angle. We've got that little bit of shimmer from using some perfect pearls in there. I think that's cool. So I'm going to be practicing more with more perfect pearls kind of things. This one, decided I'm going to put the whole thing on there flat, and then we're going to tilt this so that the sentiment is straight. So let's go with some liquid glue to start. I like using liquid glue. I'm in the South. It is very humid. We've actually been able to open the windows the past couple of days, but I had to shut them again because it is hot. It is now hot in the house. So I just shut the windows and turned the AC on, so it is still warm in here. And yes, we are going to be doing foam, Miss Terry Cooper, and I think I need to order some more. Because this is how much of my big roll I have left. So we're going to put foam on the back of this guy. Anyway, I have a lot of things on my to-do list. I've got editing the video that I just finished recording for my new mug that I made. And I made it with Simon Hurley stuff. So yeah, okay. Y'all are going to have to see this. I'm switching the camera. I did make a mistake on here. I know how to fix it, and I'm updating the video to show that. But you guys have got to see this. Isn't that cute? So this is my newest coffee mug, and the video for that is going to be part of a summit coming up. It is the Holiday Craft Summit, and I'm not sure what the date is on that, but isn't it cute? And the one that I made the day before, yeah, I made 2 mugs in 2 days. The day before is all Halloween-y with ghosts and a little kitty that's kind of, yeah, hanging out in the ghost. And what's really funny is I shared that on socials, like Facebook and such, and exclamation point check. Yes, it's Idaho. Carol says, everybody has been good. Oh my goodness. Everybody, Santa is loving you guys. Y'all are getting ready for Christmas. I can tell. Anyway, Carol is saying that she is in Ohio and it's 66 degrees right now. Well, that's what I said a couple of days ago when Todd said that it was like under 70. It's like, oh my God, it's fall. Ooh, who was bad? Was that Danielle? Oh, was that Danielle or was that Maureen? I wasn't paying attention. So one of the good things about this one little bit not being cut correct is I can line it up right with the edge of my card. And it's going to look like I meant to have it cut off that way. Let's see, right about there, I think. And there we go. Some friendships never fade. I think that is so, so cool. Got another one here and just need another card base. You know, when you get one of the collections, some of the things call to you more and all of the things can be used, but the butterfly, of course, is the thing that called to me first. So I had to play with it a bunch. Love it. Santa is drunk again. I'm so glad you guys love that stuff. I really do. I think I put it up there like 2023, 2022, something like that. It's been up for a few years and you guys just will not let me take it down. Okay, so this one we're going to leave as white on white. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that one straight down to, do I want to do it? There's two different textures. So this one, you can see all of the crackle is like above it. This is where it's all recessed, and that's kind of a cool look too, but it doesn't really look like crackle anymore. Now we have the bats. I think I'm going to have it with the crackle on the outside. And just like the other ones, I'm just going to glue this down. Terry Cooper, have you been naughty or nice? Apparently not. And I know, Terry, we probably need to play some Fortnite together at some point too. And yes. Oh, Kelly, I love what Kelly just said. Kelly says, does anyone else find the concept of Santa creepy? Yes and no. I like the concept of Santa better than Krampus. Oh God. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'm sorry. I kind of need to have, I like the idea of Krampus just popping up on the screen randomly, not where you guys control it, but that would be kind of fun. So I need to figure out a trigger that'll work good for the things that you guys do. Okay, so I've already glued. I've already glued our crackle down. Hey, Tara. And this one, since I'm going to actually try to line them up straight, I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of my foam, and I'm going to pull out one of my T-squares. And let's see how much room do we need. It looks like it's about 1/4 inch, so that means I need my A7. This is Pear Blossom Press T-square. Do have links in the description for all things Pear Blossom Press. And I'm just going to line it up with the jig. The jig is actually going to go right over the edges there, leaving us a 1/4 inch border on both sides, which means all I have to do is slide this in after I make sure which end is up. Okay, this is up. All right. I can reposition it. I can just slide this in right up against those barriers and it'll give it a 1/4 inch, but it looks like this is actually a little more than 1/4, so it's not going to work, but it does give me a way to eyeball and make sure it is a little closer to where I want it, because you can see where that edge is. So this one is a little more than a quarter, but I think that works out good. So we've got 3 cards already done. Only thing I need to do on these at this point is just trim a little bit on the edges, because I can tell where my card base was just a smidge bigger than A2, and that happens a lot. I think basically all of the cardstock that I get is a smidge bigger, and I'd rather it be a smidge bigger than a smidge smaller. A smidge bigger, I can just use my paper trimmer and fix it. It's also close enough that nobody else is going to notice. So we have 3 cards there. I think I want to do something else too, though. So let me take a look at the rest of the products that are in with this collection, okay? So first off, we've got the Crackle. We already did that one. That's the 3D embossing folder. We've got stuff in the way. So that was Crackle. This one is not. I put this in there. I was wondering, what is it there? So the 3D embossing folder is called Crackle Paint. The stencil, which is out of stock right now, but I believe it's going back in, so we could use that, is called Tattered Stripes. And it has basically got, it looks like it was torn in all of those places. So that is the stencil set. Then we've got the Better Press that we were just playing with, which is that lovely butterfly. And that one is called Butterfly Splatter. And it comes with 2 sentiments. I just used one. The other one says celebrate something. Celebrate in your own style. I think that is cute. Then we've got Deckled Edge Script. So it is font that is die cut out. You could, of course, use your rubber mat in your embossing in your die cutting machine to emboss this, but it also has that cool decal script, that decal edge. And then we've got Tangled Threads. I kind of think I want to play with these next, because we still have 20 minutes and I don't want to cut y'all short. So let's see. I think I want to do blue in the back. So it'll be blue writing. I'll go ahead and take out a second blue panel and maybe do some of the stitching with that. So now we're going to just do die cutting stuff. So I've got my die cutting machine out. Let's go ahead and take out the panel. So this one is going to cut a decal edge and the script. So it's all going to work. And it looks like it's going to barely fit my card. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Pushing some things out of the way so I have a little bit more space for you guys. I think I'm going to actually cut these 2 separate. And the reason for that is it's really close, and I'm afraid that I'm going to wind up knocking things out of balance. So let's start off with, I think I'm going to start off with this. We're going to see how it does. And this may be a good time to use that magnetic. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do this yet. So let's go ahead and set it up on the magnetic. I could do it that way. I'm going to try something that I haven't done before. We've got a magnet here. I'm going to try cutting into another magic mat, using the magnetic side just to hold everything in place. That looks close. And I don't know for sure if it's going to work. Okay. Idleite says, will you give one or more cards? Will you give away 1 or more cards now or maybe later? So it's going to be today. I do need to go ahead and start the giveaway while I'm making this one. Wait, I didn't want to do it on blue. I wanted the blue for the background. That's right. I want it to be blue writing on white. Okay, let me go ahead and hit that button for the giveaway after I make sure that it is reset, because reset is important. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, and so one thing I do need to do, so give me just a second for this. I do need to move the join part into the center so the people that are on vertical can see it. So if you are not aware and you haven't watched one of my recent live streams, if you are, if you want to win the card, you just type into the chat !join. And now I need to find it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it is in the center, so it should be visible on both vertical and horizontal. So I believe it should be right. I can't see yet if it is. I think it is. Okay, we're going to say that that's going to be good. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut this one. We're going to see how it does.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Okay, before I put that one on top, I'm going to go ahead and put this into my die cutting machine so I don't accidentally shift things around. I'm also going to try making sure that my cardstock is actually to the edges. The only part that might be off on this is the edges of the card. That's basically it, because it is full A2 size. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see if this works. It probably will. The only bad part is that it kinda, yeah. Anne's been lurking. Chris loves the music. As long as the music's not too loud, and I had not checked. Okay, so it left everything in place, and it did cut through. It looks like it cut through decent. So I'm going to see if I can clean this up and get all the things. All right. Okay, I'm going to say this is not a success. This is a fail. I'm going to say it's close. And I know I say 80-20, but this is one that is going to take me a while to get all those bits out because they didn't cut out cleanly, which basically means you don't want to do it this way, because why do we use a magic mat? We use a magic mat so we don't have to cut into our plates. This is great for holding it in place. However, if we do it with it going face up like that, we're going to wind up having to cut into our plates in order to get good enough contact with the cardstock to have it cut through. So I'm turning it back over. We're going to do it again, and I'm going to use an actual plate to make sure it gives me the amount of pressure that I want. And if the edges, because of the way that I cut my cardstock, if it's not quite right, you know what I can do? I can use my decal trimmer to fix it. All right, let's grab a plate for the top. And now we're going to run that through our die cutting machine again. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be giving away at least one card. I think I might just do one and then save the others for when I'm going to do a mail out to some of my members, because yeah, you guys that are joining on Spark, I love that so many people are joining up on Spark. I love that you guys are joining the free membership, and I really, really appreciate you guys that are doing the paid membership so you can get the workshops every month, because I haven't added anything else to that tier yet, and I need to. Let's take a look. Okay, it looks like they're still kind of sort of sticking in there, but it is a brand new die. That I see happens quite often with my new dies. But everything is sticking in there, so I'm going to run it through again. This time I'm going to make sure that I put a shim in. So I've got a Mylar shim from Spellbinders. I'm just going to slide that in between my A and B platform base pieces. And we're going to run it again. Hey, Nerdy. Welcome in, honey. Oh, and another reminder for tonight, we do go live at 5 p.m. Eastern for all of my regular folks, for everyone. 4:30 for members, 5 o'clock for everybody. And at around 6:30, we try to do our stream showcase. If you have any projects you would like to show off on my live stream, just pop them into the Discord. ASMR did put a link up there for you guys, so thank you for that so much, Chris. But yeah, you guys can put your stuff in the stream showcase, and I will show them off around 6:30 this afternoon. Okay, let's see how this time did. Okay, it looks like they are popping out more, but look at the text. Oh my goodness. This is fun. And this is the first time I've tried this die, by the way. I'm wondering if it would work better with heavyweight, because this is just regular weight cardstock that I tried this time. I'm also thinking that it might work better with my precision base plate because it is kind of intricate with all those little pieces. Now the way that's going to look, you're going to have the dark blue behind that. So that is kind of cool. I keep feeling like I'm going to rip it. I'm kind of ripping the things out. Oh my goodness. Okay. So again, that one actually came out okay too. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to do it with my precision base plate to see if I can get it to work better. And the text is not readable anyway, so it won't really matter. Kelly wants to know what she missed when she went to put things in the recycle. I'm not sure, because I didn't know you went. So this is a precision base plate from Sizzix, and mine broke because of the pressure that's in my Platinum 6. I am still using the broken one when I use my Platinum 6, which I'm going to do right now. But I have another one that I can use with my Sizzix Big Shot. It's just a much bigger machine. So I'm basically going to do everything the same way again. This is going to make it so that it cuts through easier though. And I did say I was cutting through the white, so. And I think this time, instead of trying to fight with the, I do like this though. I'm going to use it. I gotta. We're going to go ahead and run it all through just like that. And it should cut better because of that precision base plate. There we go. Have a couple of pieces that didn't go all the way through, probably because I didn't have this at much of an angle because of the size, but the rest of it cut through fine using that chrome precision base plate. So I've told you guys lots of times that a lot of this just depends on. Ruth says, am I late? Hee hee. What is the giveaway? I've actually made 3 cards. I'm planning on giving away 1 tonight and probably keeping the rest for later. But here are what we've got so far. And I only have a couple of minutes, so I'm probably not going to finish this card on stream. But we have 3 butterfly cards. It says, some friendships never fade. So I did this one on Bloom. We've got some perfect pearls in the background. This one, we use some shooting star for the background. Both of these are made using my DIY ink pads from Simon Hurley. And then this one, again, we've got the same crackle background, but in just plain white, and the confetti, rainbow confetti foil. So it's so nice and shiny, and you get to pick. This is going to be fabulous. Look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making something with this, and I think I'm going to use some of, probably just some of that. I'm going to be using some of that. Okay, so Kelly is doing naughty or nice. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can die cut this one little piece out real quick. Yeah, I might not be able to get it done by the time she's done with that. And I'm going to use my precision base plate again for this to try to make it fast and easy instead of doing it 3 times through. Because I don't really want to be late for this Zoom call that starts in 6 minutes. Who was that? Ruth was, of course, naughty. Of course. Why not? Ruth, of course, was naughty. Okay, and now Danielle. Has Danielle been naughty or nice? So this die is going to basically make a string. You could use your own thread, but I always struggle with getting it to go where I want to on the card. So Spellbinders has made some dies for us to use instead. I did have a pokey tool. There's my pokey tool. I always do that. I always say I did have, or where is it, or I just had that, and then I find whatever it was like immediately. And this is what I mean when you use the precision base plate for these intricate ones. It cuts out almost perfect every time. Most of my stuff I don't have any kind of problem with, but you know, sometimes. Okay, so you kind of get the idea of what I'm going to do with this one. I may go with a different color, but I think I kind of want to stick with the blue. I may go with a lighter color though for the background, and then stick with the blue string on there, and then we can put a sentiment on there. But I'm going to do that part off camera. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway for one of these 3 cards. Okay, so is everybody in? Is everybody in? If you have not entered the giveaway and you still want to get in on that, be sure to type in the chat !join. And I'm about to, well, crap. There's ads going on over on Twitch. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. That's why I went ahead and got up to take a look. Because I do think that that is probably what I want to do. I like the string. I may do more than one string, but if I go with this medium blue, then you can see the string better. So I kind of like that one. I think that'll work. But I think I'm going to cut a couple more, and we've got more threads also in that set. So anybody else want to get in on the giveaway? Polly says, can I do it again? Well, it depends. You can enter on YouTube and on Twitch, but it'll count. You can get 2 in on that way if you do that. I do see there are a lot of folks on YouTube that are not in on the giveaway. They're just sitting there lurking, and that is totally fine. Ruth, no, you're not able to enter in 1,000,000 times on the same card, and you are one of my top winners. We do have some folks that win a lot, but you know why? It's because you guys that have not entered don't enter. If you don't enter, you can't win. So I know I've got about 50 people watching, and only about half you guys have joined. So Cheryl Huey says join. So she is in now. I got to go ahead and do it now, though. If you have not joined yet, do now or forever hold your peace, because I'm about to hit the button, because it is right now 2 minutes till, and I want to get in on that. I want to get into a Zoom call that is for a summit that's coming up, so I kind of need to do it. Oh, Polly says, I was kidding, but I didn't realize that about Twitch too. Now you know. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and hit the drum roll. And who is our winner gonna be today, and which card will they pick? Linda Lawrence, congratulations. That's the first time I think I've seen your name as a winner. Here is the form. I just popped it into the chat. It's also in the description box on YouTube. So be sure to fill that out for me so I know where to send your card. Also, go ahead and tell us in the chat now, which of the three do you want to get? Do we want the yellow, the rainbow on yellow, the rainbow on blue, or the hot foil? So go ahead and let me know, and that way I can put a post-it on it, and we can make sure that I can make sure that it gets put aside for you. Okay, I am looking for that note. Let me know. There is a space on the words on the giveaway claim form. There is a place on there for you to add which one it was that you won, but this helps me to make sure that I put it to the side and it doesn't get lost in the rest, and it saves me some time when it comes time to put everything together. So what was Ruth's question? Instead of press and seal, do you think, where is it? Vacuum sealed bags. Vacuum sealing anything would probably work. I haven't tried it, but I'm also thinking that's more of a hassle than what I'd want to go through just to put. And I'll be honest, on my paste, my plan is to use them before they dry up. So I have stopped actually using press and seal on most of my paste, and those are the Simon Hurley paste because those are the ones that are right off beside. I need to do that. I'm not going to do it today. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I do know that using vacuum seal for anything definitely helps keep all of the air out that would cause any kind of issues, but I don't know. My thought is if I were to use a vacuum seal system every single time I wanted to use my stuff, I would get irritated. Now, if you're wanting to put them in storage, that's probably going to be a good idea to make sure that you vacuum seal it. Okay, Linda has not answered yet as to which card she wants. That is totally fine. As long as I get the, as long as she fills out the form, I'll know where to send it, and she can let me know then which one she wants to have. I do need to go, though, so you guys, thank you so much. We are also going to see if our credits are working, which they should. I do need to see if I can adjust those, though, because I don't like that big gap up at the top. So thank you so much for all of my regular supporters. You guys rock. Thank you so much for being here every day with me. I believe everybody on this list is probably a member on YouTube or a sub over on Twitch. So thank you so much. And you got your little icons beside your names and stuff. So thank you so much for that. I also want to thank everybody that has... Okay, Linda has completed the form. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. But thank you to all of the stream participants, everybody that has hung out and done all the things in the chatty chat. You guys keep it all moving so fast. And Linda, if you could let me know which of the three cards, that would be awesome as well. I will take a look at the form and hopefully note the one. Otherwise, I will pick one to send out to you. But again, thank you guys for being part of my crafty family and for hanging out with me every day. You guys rock. Next live stream will be I'm going to take that down too. Okay, next live stream, we will be back at 4:30 Eastern for members. That is the members only live stream. And then we will be back at 5 o'clock Eastern for some Halloween crafting. I think I want to do a dancing card. So Those are super fun. Okay, I love my dancing cards. I'm kind of thinking the Grim Reaper. Anyway, I will see you guys tonight at 5 o'clock, and all of my members, I will see you guys at 4:30. Until then, guys, you guys have a wonderful day, and bye-bye. Love y'all.